order to save face, because just before the embrace and all the I love yous and I miss yous, she clearly let me know that she had issues, talking about, Daddy, where you been? And just then my mind began sinking back. Thinking back to those Saturday seldom show up days, those seem like my father don't want to bother helping me grow up days, so sick of not seeing my dad I want to throw up days, those my mom said you shouldn't come nowhere near where we resided because she decided to blow up days. What's up, people? It's the legendary Black Ice. I'm here to welcome you to Lexus Presents Verses and Flow. On this week's episode, I'll be recapping everything you missed on this season of Verses and Flow.
I want not to be the funny one, but I want to be the fine one.
I need to be committed in a relationship, not a hospital. Tried that, hated it.
In this family, we are not afraid of the law. I wonder if he can hear the uncertainty in my voice. Is today the day he learns that Uncle is willing to lie to him?
I know y'all been tuning in to Verses and Flow. Favorite lines and moments from this season. There were so many. I'm gonna go into a few. Tank, you know, he's the classic ladies' man.
I don't think I've ever really told you how much I need you. Girl, I know this might seem strange, but let me know if I'm out of order for stepping to yo this way.
It's not just about the poetry, it's about the lyric of things and the lyric of life in general. When you have dynamic artists like Carl Thomas and Macy Gray, these are lyricists. The level of talent that they've comprised in this season, it's a dynamic thing to experience. Thanks to Lexus, Verses and Flow is in its second season. The game has been changed again. The level has been raised again. The envelope has been pushed again on Verses and Flow. So the way you start a poem can lose an audience or bring them right in.
What I do for a living is fitting for a slave with no name and without a thing trying to upgrade to a king.
The way you end a poem is just as important. That's one of the dynamics of what we do.
To hear you the first time, just my way of telling God that I finally found me, and it sounds a whole lot like music.
You know, poets like Superb, like Marcus Omari, who incorporates more drama, the art of drama, with his recitation. You know, Miles Hodges said sometimes he does things because he knows he'll choose to forget them tomorrow morning. Miles opened himself up to you in a way that only a poet can do.
Your intellect is not a hat you should have to put on or take off, depending on if it matches the things on or around you. I know the reason your pants are so baggy is that they can't see the books you sneak into your pocket.
Andrew Tyree is one of the up-and-coming new voices. Not even so much catching on, being carried on, you know, by the younger generation. And they're finding their own new cadences, their own new styles, and still making things socially relevant.
For the ones who were never blessed with game, just the truth, because that's all the mamas ever taught them. For the ones who cannot afford to take you jet skiing and know now you know there'll be no fancy dinners every weekend. For the ones without the rims or the cars, that we have big dreams, good plans, and real jobs.
Andrew Tyree is the brother who I think all brothers kind of aspire to be. When he says stuff like, this is for the straight shooter, the one who will never cheat on his girl because he's a real man, and real men know that for quality, quantity just doesn't do it. That's a heavy thought coming from a young man. This is the heavy thought process of what we do, is verses and flow. You know, in the art of spoken word is that you get to accent who you are on stage and entertain people. You know, just you and your words.
The world don't give a damn about what we do, only how we do it. So baby, if you shine shoes, shine them like they're the only pair that person has ever owned. If you sell cologne, sell it like it's the last scent they smelled on their dying mother. Learn to be the lover of the tiniest spark in someone's eye. And if you work at McDonald's, you better learn to find the passion in a feather clucking fry.
What you get is completely dynamic. What you get is completely explosive. And as an audience member, as a listener, you're like, I can relate to that. And the reason why they tell the best stories is not because they know something different than you. It's just the way that they take you along that trip.
Together, we could be music. When my friends ask if you're my girlfriend, I'll say no. She is my musician. And me, I guess you can say, I'm her favorite song.
So that was just a small sample of what this season of Verses and Flow had to offer. So make sure you tune in to Verses and Flow on TV1 every Monday, 8 o'clock Pacific time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. I'm Black Ice, and I approve this message.